Good morning. This is Joseph Vassar with the December 8th, 2025 CattleFax opening bell. This week's opening bell is brought to you by GainSmart from Biozyme Incorporated. Last week, Fed cattle cash trade volumes were moderate to active in the north and light to moderate in the south. The northern cash market traded at 220 to 225 live and 340 to 345 dressed. This trade was $15 to $17 higher live and $10 to $15 higher dressed when compared to the previous week. In the South, trade occurred at 225 to 226.50 live. This is $5 to $10 higher than the previous week's cash prices. There was a bigger show list in the North this week. In the South, Kansas show lists are slightly smaller and the Panhandle show list is up 3,000 head. The market expects to be firmer this week and cash is called steady to $2 higher. On average, the spot composite cutout was $4 lower last week at 362 to 363 a hundredweight. The biggest contributor to last week's downward move was the boneless rib. This was paired with softer chuck and round prices. 90s trimmings moved lower last week as well, finishing below $400 a hundredweight at 394 a hundredweight. Larger kills are expected to pressure the cutout in the near term, but major support is predicted at 350 to 355 a hundredweight. Live cattle and feeder cattle futures traded higher last week, with February live cattle closing the week up by more than $9 a hundredweight and January feeders closing the week over $15 a hundredweight higher. However, both futures are nearing resistance at their 100-day moving averages, which could slow the current rally. If resistance is broken, a firmer week can be expected again. February live cattle are supported in the low 220s with resistance in the low 230s, and January feeders are supported at 325 with resistance at 350. The USDA will publish the December WASDE report tomorrow. Historically speaking, there is very little change in the WASDE report from November to December. In the past, only demand has changed. Could this year's government shutdown change the balance sheet very much? Probably not, as only minor changes are expected before the January crop production is published. Thanks for watching and have a great week.